This is an Eye on Annapolis bonus podcast.
Hey, joining me on the phone tonight is Ben DeHan, who will be playing at the Ram's Head on Stage on Sunday, July 18th for one show only. The doors open at 6 p.m. with the show at 7 o'clock. You can get tickets at ramsheadonstage.com. But more importantly than that, you want to go to bendehanmusic.com, and that is Ben, D-E-H-A-N, music.com. And welcome, Ben. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to talk with us. How you doing?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on here and excited for Sunday, and yeah, should be a good time.
It'll be a good show. I'll tell you. I was checking out your website, and it says that your music has been described as somewhere between Machine Gun Kelly and Angels and Airwaves, with an authenticity that can only be earned as a kid who saw the country through the window of a 15-passenger van, and the urgency of a man who has seen the inside of a cubicle. Which I love. I love the paragraph. I think it's great. And I'm not sure that I saw that Machine Gun Kelly in there, but I did stalk you a little bit on YouTube and Spotify. And, I was kind of leaning toward like shades of 9 Days, that Story of a Girl song. Oh my God. Absolutely. I caught a little bit of that in there, but it's decidedly different. And your sound is very unique. It's not a cookie cutter sound by any means. And it's great. I mean, I really liked it. And, maybe it's to the other thing you had on your website was your girlfriend / collaborator / cellist. That's a tough word to roll out.
It is. Yeah. It's
cellist.
Yeah.
Lauren, and I've got a girlfriend. I've got a collaborator, but she doesn't play the cello. I don't think so. We'll have to figure that out. But I think that really adds a dimension to your music.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is totally changed the music. It's interesting because her and I just have like a it's rare to have somebody that you want to spend and can survive all of COVID through, first of all.
Yeah.
But we had met probably 6 months prior to COVID, and I didn't even know that she played cello. And I think her mom had dropped her cello off at our apartment or something. And I was like, oh, you play? And then, the rest was history. We just, we started playing together, and then she was on the entire new EP that's coming out. We recorded together out in San Francisco. And what my point was is it's rare to have that love connection with somebody, but it's also just as rare to have that musical connection, right? Because I've played with many people, and I've found that few and far between does it happen where it just so organically clicks as far as writing together and performing, and it just so happened that we had both. So
it sounds like magic. I mean, it
kind of is.
Honestly, that's like Elton John and Bernie Taupin. I mean, it's when it works, it's beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah. When it works, it's beautiful. And there's been a few other times that I've felt that in my life. Maybe in the first practice with my band years ago in American Diary. I remember it was like, oh, this is something special, And then it's funny because at that first practice was the guy that plays bass with us now, and also the guy that collaborated with me on this biography. He's a phenomenal writer, Matt O'Brien. But he was there, and I remember when I heard him, we both played guitar, and I remember when I heard him kick in with this lead on this first song that we ever played together, and I was like, oh, damn, that, that's it right there. And I got the same feeling and more, the first time that her and I played together. And so very grateful for that.
That's awesome. Well, you talked about American Diary, which was your first band, and that was out of Baltimore. So you're local here, right?
Yeah, I am currently living, we're living right here in Odenton.
I mean, you had obviously had some success with American Diary. I mean, you played the Warped Tour in 2008, 2009, somewhere in there?
Yeah, we did the Maryland date in 2007, and then we did the whole thing in 2008.
That was where they did that. Merriweather, were they doing it back there?
Yep. That was at Merriweather in 2007. Yeah, no, both years actually was on at Merriweather. We just played different stages.
Right. I missed that tour. I enjoyed it. And it's funny. I am a fat old guy, and my kids would go there and they're like, "Why are you here, Dad?"
Isn't that weird?
And
But that's so cool.
and I'm like, I said, I can appreciate music. And at the time my son was into the whole Screamo thing.
You missed that tour. Yeah, I know about the Screamo thing.
And I'm like, and I'm like, I see the talent behind it. I don't like it personally.
Right.
I'm not leaving here and running to Tower Records to buy their new CD or anything like that. Or subscribe to them on Spotify. But I mean, I can see the talent behind it, and I mean, I've seen some great bands that have gone through there, and I mean, it's just been phenomenal.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, like I think one of the last remaining members of the Ramones was on one of the dates. He was, I think it was in Pomona, but Pennywise was there. Yeah, I mean, like a lot. There's a lot more than just Screamo, especially even back then. But I guess that's when things in the music industry were starting to go into total chaos mode, which I think we're now well on our way to already having recovered from. So that's really...
Absolutely. Well, but after this Warped Tour and everything else, I mean, American Diary, you sort of quit the business, right?
I did. So it's one of the things that I talk about a lot, is that like I kind of reached a place where I was unhappy, and I kind of gave up on music, and I thought that just a desk job or whatever would be the safer, more comfortable, simpler route for me. And as it turns out, like for myself, like absolutely was not. So, but it took me maybe 8 or 9 years to really figure that out and commit.
And you came back for the great working hours and the fantastic pandemic pay scale, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The great hours and the great pay. Yeah. 100%. Oh my God. No, but like, that's what, like if I were to, I must truly love it. You just said it, because I mean, yeah, you can find better hours, better pay, at least in the beginning. I'm sure somewhere else, but I'm not going anywhere. I mean, like from that, I took the lesson of, I could think like, man, I could have had all those years like in between, 22 and 30, and I could have been so much further along by now. But like, what I really got was a taste of what I absolutely do not want, and basically will think about every time that I have to overcome another obstacle to keep doing this, because I love doing this. I love writing, and I'm here to stay, man.
You probably needed it. You need to find yourself and find out what you want to do. Well, who has been DeHan today?
Who has been DeHan today? I am, I guess, the sum of the parts of like my entire life experience of who I was, and who what struggles I faced, and all those influences, and all that music, and all that there's friendships, and there's relationships, and it's so much compiled into one that I'm basically I'm just a singer-songwriter surrounded by amazing people, just kind of telling my story as it is, and not really even telling my story, but just singing songs, and
There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Because I mean, you've certainly, and I don't want to use the word matured, because I mean, but you've transitioned from, American Diary was a pop punk band, if you will, if you had to do it, and now I mean, now you're not. It's definitely not, and I love the sound, and I'll probably screw this up because I don't have a musical background, but I love it when musical genres collide. I mean, when you get electric guitar with acoustic, a la the cello. Classic music infused with rock and with classic and stuff like that. And I really do dig the cello sound from Lauren in your work. I mean, it's great.
I love it. Yeah, no, I think that she kind of like defines her sound as well. Like, and I always say, like, I wouldn't be doing this without her. So I'm very lucky. I mean, I might be doing it in some capacity, but I don't know if it would be as special as it is. because I've been told now by several producers or industry people that, what we've done is pretty rare, because we've written great pop songs, but in a way that nobody's really done before specifically. And that was our initial problem. Because, people want to, it's easy to piggyback off of, okay, this band is this version of this band, a smaller version of X band, but
that's got to suck as a musician to be, oh yeah, you're just like the XYZ band.
When I was younger, I mean, I would love to be, when I was a kid, I would have loved to be, this is the next Blink-182, I mean, but there are certain people, the comparisons that have been thrown at me have all been like, I'm like, seriously? Okay, I'll take that. So, but yeah, I think we nailed it with the bio is something, and that's what our producer out in San Francisco, Sam Pura, at the Panda Studios, he kept saying, it's something familiar, but it's new. That he kept saying that, when I would try to, because I was trying to put it in a box. I remember at the time, because I know people like things packaged in a certain way, but I've always struggled with that. But he was like, just be Ben DeHan, and that's funny, because that's kind of what Think I Want is about, the single that I had released prior to the one that's out right now. And it was about just being okay with doing my own thing. But I think that we finally found our unique kind of actual sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. Well, I'll tell you, if you were to walking down the street right now and you ran into a complete stranger, somebody that you never knew before, you said, "Hey, I'm a musician. Come see my show." And I don't know, man. What one of your songs do you hand him, or tell him to go to Spotify or YouTube or whatever to listen to you that seals the deal on that?
I'd send him the Faded Ones. Yeah, I would show him the Faded Ones, because that's had the best response of any song yet to date. It's up there, but it's not my personal favorite. But yeah, I mean, I think that song would be the sale. Yeah.
Since I saw your face, it's like I can't help what I'm feeling these days. And I was doing just fine till I heard your name. It's like I can't help what I'm feeling these days. It's been 18 months and 11 days. I spent a long time working my way out of that haze. I've got worn down jeans and a leather sole. I spent a long time digging my way out of that hole.
I'll tell you what, Ben, before we wrap, also, I want to go back a little bit to that description of you. You said that you've looked at life through the windows of a 15-passenger van. What is that a reference to being musical out on the road and touring?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. So, like I said, it was 19 in 2008, and yeah, we were touring before that, but that was our longest tour. I mean, we were out for over 3 months doing, and those stints in between dates on Warped Tour are they're egregious. I mean,
yeah,
like, for somebody in a van, and we didn't have a driver or anything, I mean, but like I have such fond memories of like that specific struggle. Like, I don't know, like the typical things, like walking into a 7-Eleven and getting hot water for a cup of noodles because we bought a bunch at Costco, or or crunching up the top ramen and putting in the spice in there and eating it dry because I don't know, man, like I didn't have hardly any money, and but like it was hot
yeah.
all the time, tired all the time, but like
I've got some friends that are in a band that had some success in the 80s, and they tour Scandinavia and Japan a lot, and here they are, they're like 60 at this point. They sell out these venues all summer long, and every time they get into the bus, and they do it at the bus and not a passenger van, but they get into the little bunks. He's like, this is the most uncomfortable damn thing I've ever done, but this is the best thing I've ever done. They just absolutely love it. It's
totally
great. And I mean, you're getting back out on the road a little bit. I saw that you played the record, which, hey, congratulations. It is now open again up in Towson. So that was kind of neat.
Paul and the Record Brothers and, everybody, and Paul specifically as well. I mean, like, he's just right back at it, man. He's always been the heartbeat of that place. And, he's right back at it doing it again. So, I mean, it makes me very happy.
That's fantastic. Well, you're going to be bringing it all to the Ram's Head on stage on Sunday, July 18th at 7 p.m. And I'm assuming that you're bringing Lauren too.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. We play full band. We're 5-piece live. So.
That's right. You never hear about Garfunkel playing alone. It's always got to be Simon, right? So we got to have Lauren and Ben there. Well, this has been great. This has been a lot of fun. I'll tell you, we're going to, plug that as we leave. But Ben DeHan, thank you so much. And again, for everybody that's listening, ramsheadonstage.com is where you need to go to get your tickets. The show is this Sunday. There are some seats still available. While you're at it, you want to go to bendehanmusic.com, and that's DEHAN in the middle there. And follow him on Spotify too. And it's a really unique sound. I enjoy it, and I'm going to do my best to get out to the show on Sunday. Yeah. But Ben, thank you so much for your time tonight. Congratulations on the release, and coming into Annapolis. It'll be great to see more local music coming to town.
Find me on the way back, needle in a haystack, never know how to act. I've been waiting for you. I wanna come back to things that we do. 'Cause when you're not with me, I don't know who I've become lately, waiting for you. Find it on the way back, my last cigarette pack, wishing it would stay that. I've been waiting for you. I wanna come back to things that we do. 'Cause when you're not with me, I don't know who I've become lately, waiting for you. I know we gotta get out of here. I know we gotta be strong. And I will carry on.
This has been a bonus podcast from Ion Annapolis. Please visit us at ionannapolis.net. Follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Ion Annapolis. And if you haven't subscribed to the Daily News Brief podcast, go for it. And all of your local news will be delivered to your phone, tablet, or smart device by 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday.